Hey guys, so due to popular demand, I'm ranking another 20 cards in Canada and putting them on a tier list. So this is part 2. If you didn't watch part 1, the link is in the description, or you can click over here to watch part 1. Okay, let's start off part 2 with RBC credit cards due to popular request. Honestly, I think there's really only 2 cards that's really worth mentioning for RBC. Even though they're the biggest bank in Canada, most of their credit cards are basically trash. Let's talk about the 2 RBC cards for this list. So we have the Amex Plat Visa and the Avion Visa Infinite. Now, these 2 cards by themselves aren't good at all. In fact, they're trash, just like every other RBC card out there. For example, Amex Plat Visa, $48 a year, and what do you get? 3 times multipliers for groceries, dining, and a couple other categories. And since the points that you redeem for this card is the premium version and not the elite version, unfortunately, this card isn't the best, at least standalone. I mean, this card is more like a C tier card if it's alone. The Avion Visa Infinite, it's not much better. In fact, it's worse. 1.25 points per dollar spent on travel, and that's it. Although the points you earn are Avion Elite points, which are worth up to 2.33 cents per point. That being said, if you own both of these cards, you'll unlock a unique combo that massively buffs these 2 cards. If you're interested in more details, check out this video over here, but in short, if you own both of these cards, you can transfer your premium points into elite points at a 1-to-1 ratio, which means for your Amex Plat Visa, that 3 times multiplier, that can be worth up to like 7% return for your groceries and dining. The downside is that you have to pay for 2 credit cards a total of $168 a year, which is surprisingly cheaper than the Kobo card right now. That being said, this combo is a Visa combo and not a Mastercard combo, so you won't get high multipliers at Walmart supercenters. But if you pair both of these cards together, I will have to rate this a low A tier combo or cards, but it has to be together. Individually, these cards are like a low C or D tier, so yeah, don't get them individually. Okay, PC World Elite Mastercard. Honestly, a pretty decent free card if you shop a lot at Loblaws branded supermarkets or at Shoppers Drug Mart. I mean, I used to use this card a lot, not as much anymore, because for groceries I have the MBNA Rewards World Elite Mastercard even at Loblaws supermarkets. But you get 30 points per dollar at Loblaws branded supermarkets. That's worth approximately 3 to 4.8% depending on how you redeem the points. That's not bad for a free card for grocery shopping, especially if you shop exclusively at Loblaws branded supermarkets. 45 points per dollar at Shoppers, so approximately 4.5 to 7.2% return approximately. And if you own any PC Mastercards, you'll earn even more exclusive benefits at Shoppers from time to time, like 25 times point value. So for me, under very specific point redemption events and under the perfect scenario, I was able to get 62.5% rewards at Shoppers. Yes, you heard that right. 62.5%. So more than 60% discount on my items. I mean, it's not a discount, it's rewards, but I mean, for that, this card will have to be a solid A tier card. Next, the PC Insiders World Elite Mastercard, so the paid version. This card costs $120 a year. So instead of 30 points per dollar spent at Loblaws branded supermarkets, it's now 40 points per dollar spent. So approximately an increase of 1 to 1.6% rewards. And for Shoppers, instead of 45 points per dollar is now 50 points per dollar. So the break-even point for this card compared to the free World Elite version is approximately $1,000 more you'll have to spend at grocery stores, Loblaws branded supermarkets. That's per month, maybe a little bit less depending on how you redeem the points. The reality is, it's actually not that much in groceries. Chances are many families in Canada will spend more than $1,000 a month on groceries, but for this card, you're kind of forced to do all your grocery shopping at Loblaws, which I don't see myself doing. I mean, I would prefer to have more flexibility in my shopping. So this card really isn't a bad card, but if you're paying $120 a year for this card, you're kind of forced to be exclusive to Loblaws, which I'm not a big fan of, so I'll rank this card a high B tier card. Okay, TD First Class Travel Visa Infinite card. So let's talk about the positives of this card. For free lounge access, $100 in travel credit, and maybe one of the best insurance packages in Canada. And the bad, well, the rewards offered by this card isn't high. Each TD point is worth 0.5 cents at the most. The highest multiplier category is travel, and even that only offers 8 points per dollar spent, so at most 4% return. Okay, so this card costs $139 a year. So if you're just getting this card for the perks, 4 free lounge access and $100 in travel credit, then you're already breaking even and coming out ahead. But since this card has such terrible rewards, I'm gonna rate this card a low B. Personally, I would prefer the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite as a much better alternative as a travel card. Next, TD Cashback Visa Infinite. Okay, so the good. I guess you get free roadside assistance, but I mean it's not even that good because the Triangle World Elite Mastercard, they offer free roadside assistance and that's a free card. This card offers 3% cashback on their highest cashback categories and up to $15,000 in annual spendings for those categories. So not only is the cashback amount low, the spending limit for those categories is really low too. And not to mention, the insurance package offered by this card is not great considering this card costs $139 a year. This card will be going into the D tier. The Scotiabank Amex card, honestly one of the better free credit cards out there in Canada. Up to 3% rewards if you shop at Sobeys branded supermarkets. And 2% rewards for 6 different categories. So groceries, dining, entertainment. So I guess OnlyFans, I mean concert tickets, gas, daily transit, and streaming services. So OnlyFans, I mean Netflix. God, what is wrong with me? Bruh. And in my opinion, Scene Points is one of the most flexible programs for point redemption in Canada, so I'm gonna rate this card a low A tier card. Next, the Hometrust Preferred Visa. Very simple, 1% cashback for all purchases in Canada. When you're traveling, you don't get 1% cashback, but you do get no foreign transaction fees. Perhaps the simplest travel credit card in Canada. I mean, you have cards like the EQ Bank card that also offers no foreign transaction fees, but in addition offers 0.5% cashback. But that card isn't a true credit card. It's like an ATM card. So I'm putting this card at a B tier card. I mean, even though this card offers no foreign transaction fees, I would still prefer to use a card like the EQ Bank card abroad because of the cashback. CIBC Aventura Visa Infinite. Honestly, very similar to the TD First Class Travel Visa Infinite card. Good insurance, great perks like the 4 free lounge access, but the rewards suck, just like the TD First Class Visa Infinite. Now, each Aventura point is worth approximately 2 cents per point. So approximately 4% for travel, 3% for gas, groceries, EV charging, and drugstores. Honestly, this card is basically like a twin of the TD First Class Travel Visa Infinite, so we're gonna put it just right here next to this card. I mean, maybe TD's a little bit better because it's got $100 in travel credit. Alright, next. CIBC Costco Mastercards. So what's strange about this card is that the Costco card doesn't offer better rewards for shopping at Costco. You get 1% at Costco just like every other general purchase with this card. You do get 2% for gas and EV charging and 3% for restaurants and Costco gas. But Simply Cashback Visa offers 4% for restaurants, and that's a free card. I mean, you do get 2% at Costco.ca, but as you know, if you're a Costco member, Costco.ca is usually a little bit more expensive than warehouse price. Look, if you're gonna release a card to shop at Costco, why not make it the best card to use at Costco? To me, this card makes absolutely no sense. I mean, we're gonna create a new tier called the F tier. If you're gonna shop at Costco, use the Rogers Mastercard if you have the Rogers service. The Walmart credit cards, essentially the regular Walmart Mastercard and the World version are the same. I guess you do get slightly better insurance package for the World version, but not by much. So 3% cashback at Walmart, that's basically it. And if you're thinking, well, that's not bad because it's a free card, it's 3% before tax. You have to click into the freaking terms and conditions to get that information, which most people never do. So yeah, it's actually not 3%, it's less than that. I guess for a free card, the better cards to shop at Walmart Supercenters would be BMO Cashback Mastercards and maybe Rogers, because those actually offer you 3% cashback for shopping at Walmart. So unfortunately, a D tier. Alright, Desjardins Odyssey World Elite. Let's talk about the goods. The insurance package is very good. In fact, it's one of the best best in Canada. Mobile insurance of $1,500. Most cards in Canada offers at most $1,000, so $1,500, that's definitely the top of the line. Emergency medical coverage for people over 65 is pretty nice. And if you live in Montreal, you can use their airport lounge 8 times a year. But the rewards for this card is pretty disappointing. I mean, for $130 a year, so $10 more than many of their competitors, you're only getting 3% cash back for groceries and restaurants. And the annual spending limit is only $10,000 for groceries and $6,000 for restaurants. Mind you, the Simply Cashback Visa, I've said it before, it's 4% cash back for restaurants, and that's a free card. So even though the insurance package is pretty good, the rewards kinda suck, and the perks, well, unless you live in Montreal or travel there a lot, you're never gonna be using that perk of the lounge access in Montreal. So we're gonna put this card at a D tier card. Alright, National Bank World Elite. 5 times multipliers for groceries and restaurants. Each point is worth up to 1 cent each, so potentially 5% return for groceries and restaurants. $2,500 spending limit for those categories, which is more than enough for a family of 4. $150 annual travel credit with a very nice insurance package. And plus, it's a MasterCard. You can use this at Walmart Supercenters and get 5 times multipliers. So this card is very similar to the MBNA Rewards World Elite MasterCard, which I rated a low S tier card in the last video, but the MBNA Rewards World Elite MasterCard is still a little bit better. First of all, the MBNA card costs $120 a year, whereas the National Bank World Elite MasterCard, this one costs $150 a year. And the MBNA points are more flexible and they can be worth more than 1 cent each. So I think it's fair to say that this card's a low A or a high B. I think I'll rate this card a high B. I mean, that $150 in travel credit is nice, but you're forced to travel to get that money. Whereas the MBNA Rewards World Elite MasterCard, you get a 10% birthday bonus up to $150, which is almost like guaranteed money. BMO Eclipse Rise Visa. So this card is deceptively bad. Let me explain. This card offers you multipliers for every $2 spent, not $1, which itself is a problem. Cause if you spent $9.99, you're getting rewarded as if you spent $8. You see the problem here? And plus, BMO points are worth at most 0.67 cents. So for groceries and restaurants, this card offers at most 1.675%. And that's for groceries and restaurants. Other categories is like 0.33%. So absolute garbage, even for a free card. So F tier. I guess you do get free mobile insurance, but still, like, who the hell cares? Next, BMO Air Miles World Elite MasterCard. So Air Miles, I'm not a fan of. First of all, it's extremely complex. Probably the most complicated point system in Canada. First of all, Air Miles is broken down into 2 programs, Dream Miles and Cash Miles. Yeah, that's my Air Miles account. You can see how confusing this gets. But in short, to make it super simple, each point is worth approximately 10 to 15 cents. So this card becomes very confusing because you have to really dig deep down into the Air Miles ecosystem to really benefit from this card. I made a video regarding this card a couple months back, so if you're interested, check out this video over here. But in short, for general purchases, this card offers 1 mile per $12 spent without awarding fractional miles. So if you spent $11.99, you get nothing. Yeah, that's bad. You do get the multipliers for liquor stores, groceries, and wholesalers, but you know, I mean, it's only 2 times multipliers, and again, no fractional miles. So yeah, the rewards for this card is absolutely garbage, but the insurance is pretty good. This card offers 14, although the card doesn't offer mobile insurance, which I think is one of the most important insurance coverages for credit cards nowadays. Honestly, you're really only getting this card if you're really deep into the Air Miles ecosystem, but even then, it takes a lot of time to learn Air Miles and, you know, get the best deal. I just don't think it's worth it. So D tier. Next, a classic, the Amex Platinum card. I would say for most of us mere mortal human beings that don't make 7 figures every single year, this card's an overkill and it's crap in our hands at least. First of all, it's $800 a year. You're never gonna travel enough and go to enough lounges to make that $800 worth. I mean, you do get $400 in travel and dining credit, and some pretty nice hotel benefits like free early check-ins at hotels, free room upgrade if available and if the hotel partners with American Express. I mean, I guess if you're loaded and travel a lot, it would make sense to get this card because of the benefits for travelers. So for this card, it's hard to rate because I'm assuming that you're getting this card because you actually need it and not just some broke kid trying to look cool, so I guess an A. The Brim Mastercard and the World Elite version. God, I used to love this card so much. But ever since they nerfed it last year, I have nothing much to say. Both an F tier card. Alright, the Marriott Bonvoy American Express card. I guess this is a very popular card based on my comment section. And it makes sense. This card costs $120 a year, but you do get one free night hotel stay every single year if the cost is less than 35,000 points, which more than offsets this card's annual cost. So if you travel at least once a year, this card is basically a must-have. Unfortunately, the rewards aren't great, but you do get some pretty nice Marriott Bonvoy benefits. For example, Silver Elite status, which comes with its own nice perks. So overall, if you travel at least once a year, this card should basically be in your wallet, though you never really want to use this card for purchases unless it's at a Marriott property. I mean, just a free night alone, this card's an A tier card. Alright, that's it for part 2. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, like and follow if you're into Canadian finance content. And if you're into vlogs and entertainment, check out my second channel. Any sub over there will be greatly appreciated. And with that, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.